Hello, 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 everybody. We are back again on another beautiful Monday. Wow, I hope everyone's had a wonderful weekend and now you're ready to have a wonderful week. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for being here, whether you be a live viewer or a replay viewer. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you, all of you that go to YouTube and click that you want to subscribe to this show. I appreciate each and every one of you. So thank you. We want to first thank our executive producer, Oliver Welch, for taking care of all the background things that go on involved in the show. Thank you, babe. Appreciate you. Next, we're going to go through and thank our sponsors, and then we're going to get to our special guest today. Because, ladies and gentlemen, we are honored to have this lady here. So let's thank the people that make this show possible. First is the Idea Club. The president of the Idea Club is Dumas Martin. And when I tell you, if you want to have an S Corp, a C Corp, if you're looking to have a 501c3, if you are looking to do anything in intellectual property, you want to contact the Idea Club and Dumas Martin Jr. That is the gentleman who has helped myself and my husband organize our companies. He has just been a gift to us. So I would encourage you, contact Dumas Martin Jr. at the Idea Club. Next, another sponsor for our show is First Book Academy. If you like to write your first book, you want to go to First Book Academy, which is under Front Page Publishing. It's one of the divisions of Front Page Publishing. And Front Page Publishing is a publisher. Whether you've published before or not, you can still come to Front Page Publishing and get your book published. And right now, we're actually working on an anthology. So if let's say you have a book and you want to do an excerpt, and you can come and belong to this anthology. You can have 1,500 words, which is equal to 3 pages. If you've never published before, you now become part of the anthology and become a published author. And the title of the anthology is Transformation, and it is a changing of lives through poetry, short stories, and motivational quotes. So if you're interested, you can send an email to, let me see, is it Mary at firstbookacademy.com. Mary, Mary, at firstbookacademy.com. And if you're interested in the anthology. Next, if those of you that are looking to purchase a home, you can go to, if you're either selling or purchasing, you can go to the Henderson Real Estate Team, the hendersonrealestateteam.info. And it is a husband and wife team. They are both educators. And when I tell you this couple, they're just fabulous. If you have a home, you want to sell it, or if you are looking to buy, contact the Henderson Real Estate Team.info. If you are looking to travel, my husband's company, Welch Travel Tours, you can go to Welch Travel Tours and you can find the same trip, but you are usually going to be able to save money. Now, of course, there's no guarantee that the money, that you're going to save it, but the chances are it is going to cost less because our site is wholesale, not retail. All right. So last but not least on the list is, I already gave it to you. First Book Academy. That was it. Oh, before I forget, I almost forgot. Ladies, gentlemen, I have been getting calls about this. So this is telling me something. This is about the probate. And why that's so important is because this is becoming a bigger and bigger issue, is probate. So the book that's out, you can see this right here, the cover, Save Your Home from Probate. There's one just for California too. So those of you in California, there's a California edition. It's right there on Amazon. Why this book is important, if you are a homeowner, you don't want the home to go to probate. When I tell you, I think that's one of the worst things you can happen is to have a home go to probate. Unfortunately, I've lived that. And because of that's what made me write the book. This may be a better copy when you see this one. Is this better? You see that? I don't know if that's better or not. There you go. Save Your Home from Probate. It's not a topic we like to talk about, but let me just add, for those of you that don't know, even if you have a will, the will must be probated. I didn't know that either. I learned so much, but I would really encourage you, if you own property, do something. And you can, like I said, get the book. The book is very reasonably priced right there on Amazon, but you can get that. If you're out of California, you want the one that's a regular, it has all 30. It's 33 states plus the District of Columbia. Now, that's one thing I really want to encourage you to do. The other thing is I've mentioned to everyone, this is our son's book. And thank you, all of you that purchased the book. His book is My Cat is a Spy by Justin S. Lowe. Those of you that purchased this, thank you, thank you, thank you. And he thanks you. And many of you are familiar with this book that I've written, which is Have You Seen a Red Elephant? Coming out this week is a new children's book. I'm so happy. This is actually one of my husband's favorite books. That is Peyton the Pink Whale with the Yellow Tail. Let me say that again. Peyton the Pink Whale with the Yellow Tail. That will be out this week on Amazon. And I like to also take a quick moment to thank Easy Texting. They have actually said I'm their national author, which I'm really, really honored to be. And that is on on August the 9th. So next week, you'll hear more and more about that when it comes out on their social media and all that stuff. Now, okay, ladies and gentlemen, when I tell you honored, I'm honored because we are this lady here. She's fabulous. I'm gonna give you a little bit about her. I'll tell you, some things about her. She was born in Los Angeles. She was raised by a beloved single mother. She currently lives in Marietta, and she's been married to her husband for over 40 years. She's a proud mother of one son and one grandson. She spent most of her career in corporate America, and she's done well. And she actually retired at 54, I believe, 54 years old, 54 years young is when she prayed to retire, and she was able to retire, which is a blessing to be able to do that. She says, a glimpse into a few treasures of her heart. She greatly values peace of mind and time alone with God, especially when spent at the beach, to take a breather and enjoy God's breathtaking splendor. In my world, silence is golden and necessary. It's during the quiet moments that my creativity is kindled. Wow. I feel the same way. It's so interesting. And I love the ocean too. Same thing. She says, although she enjoys home decorating as well, she's finding that the perfect item is such an exhilarating experience when it comes to seizing the moment. She was blessed to be a full-figure model at age 40 and most recently celebrated author. Her book is entitled Inspiration for the Heart of a Woman, a refreshing approach to embracing your greatness. This is, and let me go over this with you because I really enjoy reading this. She says she enjoys the encouragement to embody women to embrace and celebrate their inherent greatness at every phenomenal stage of their lives. Writing nourishes her soul. Writing particularly has been an extraordinary gift and blessing in her life for more than 40 years. She wholeheartedly believes that if you appreciate your blessings, gratitude will pave the way for future seasons of refreshment. She aspires to be lavish with such seasons more often. And she says, approach your dreams with optimism and gratitude. They are the roads most traveled to glorious achievements. I'd like to introduce to you, ladies and gentlemen, our guest for today, Miss Crystal Lawrence. Crystal, are you there?
I'm here.
You know what? I don't know why. It sounds rainy. I don't know if everybody else hears what I'm hearing.
Oh my goodness, I don't hear it.
You don't hear it? You know what? Let me try. I'm going to put my earbuds in and see if that'll make a difference. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if that will help. If I hear it, that does help something. Let's see. Hello? Oh, see, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go forth with it because you don't hear anything, right?
No, you're very clear on my end.
Oh, it's buffering for you too. Okay, thank you, Gwen. I don't know. Okay. I'm gonna go on and I apologize, audience, for the sound. We don't know what's causing it, but we're just gonna you're gonna have to battle through it this time. But let me go on. This is Richard says, hello, Mary. I know he's gonna say hello, Crystal. I'm just waiting.
Sure.
So my apologies, audience. Next we have Gwen, and Gwen says, Hello, hi, Mary. What is the name of the Stuck in the Elevator book? Oh, that's the name of it, Stuck in the Elevator. You got it right, Gwen. That is based on a true story. My husband and I were stuck in the elevator in Brazil, and out of that experience, I wrote the book Stuck in the Elevator. So, yep, I didn't show that one. And then, so that one's the third children's book I have on Amazon. Yeah. So this one coming up is the fourth one. So, and she said, Crystal, yes, the sound is buffering for us too. She said, hello, Crystal.
Hello,
So I sent the message over to them and they're working on the sound. So my apologies. He says, tell her to go back out. Oh, it's not, is it Crystal? I think it's me, Richard.
because we went back out.
Okay, the sound is distorted, Elaine. I'm gonna go out, ladies and gentlemen. So you get to look at Crystal and her because her sound is perfect. It's me that's having the issue with sound. So I'm gonna go out for a second. I'll be right back. All right. Let's see.
Hello, everyone. Hello, family. Church family. Richard, Wilma, everyone watching.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
It's still distorted. Now, oh, they said it's on your side. It's on Crystal's side or my side. No sound. The sound is distorted. Oh, it is Crystal's distorted because it sound. I think I hear it on my side. You guys. Oh, they're saying you may have. Did you go out and come back also, Crystal?
Oh, no, I didn't this time. I can.
Okay, try. Let's try you going back and out and come back too, because we done both tried it.
Okay, I'll try
Okay,
it.
let's see. Huh. Uh, let's see if that'll do it. I don't know. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, can you hear me? Can you guys hear me? We're trying to get the sound straight. This, you know what? We haven't had sound problems in months, but here we are. You know what? That's how I've learned, ladies and gentlemen. You never know. You never know. Every show is different. So, I don't know if I think you guys can hear me. Can you guys? I say give me a thumbs up. But if you'd be like, I don't think you can see that thumbs up. So, okay, I thought it was on my side. And I see you guys saying no, it was on her side. Let's see if that'll do it. Okay, Crystal.
Is that better?
Yes. Yay!
Yeah.
I don't know if I could take my earbuds off, so I'm gonna leave them in. I'm gonna leave them in.
Okay.
Okay. All right. All right. All right. Okay. We have all kind. This says thank you, Noella Buchanan. Thank you. Let me go back. We're gonna go back because we got comments, Crystal.
I'm sure.
Okay. First, we had Richard said hello.
Hi,
Hi, Richard.
Richard.
Then we had Gwen that says, hi, Mary. This, the name Stuck in the Elevator, as we know. And please tell all your friends, Gwen. Remember, this week, Peyton the Pink Well is coming out. So I'll let you guys know. It'll come out. You'll probably get a text and an email when it comes out. And hello, Crystal. Yes, the sound is buffering. So now, anymore, thank you. And Richard says, yep, we did. We listened to you, Richard. We went out and came back. And Elaine says, oh, no. Elaine, it has been at least 6 months since we have sound issues. At least 6 months. Okay, we got it straight. Hi, Gwen. Thank you guys. That Gwen saying it was the sound, and then we got hello, Crystal.
Hi, Gwendolyn.
I know. And Richard says no. Thank you, Richard. Richard's up. Richard, what would we do without you, Richard? Oh,
Oh,
you've heard all the ad stuff fine? Okay. We heard all of your ad. Oh, you did? Did you? Okay, good. That was good to know. You heard everything fine. And then Noella says you are clear. Thank you, Noella. I
yay.
hope I said your name right, Noella. Okay. And Elaine says yes by yourself, and she says it's clear. Okay. And oh, let me go on down. Here we go. No, listen. Yes, they can hear you. Ruth, hi Ruth. And Ruth says, "Hello, Crystal. I am truly enjoying your book. Oh, doesn't that touch your heart, Crystal?"
Thank
She
you,
said,
Ruth.
You are beautiful inside and out.
I love her.
Wow. Oh, wow." And then here's Elaine said, she has a thumbs up. Thank you, Elaine. Okay. Ladies, gentlemen, now I say this because I've met a new friend in this lady. I can feel that. Her book. We're gonna talk about her book, but let's go back because this is what I've learned. All of us authors have stories. We
Mhm.
started with some type of histories. Why don't you tell our audience, Crystal, about yourself?
Oh, goodness. Where do you want me to start? Um, well, I enjoy writing. I enjoy writing. I love writing, as Mary mentioned earlier. Writing nourishes my soul. It keeps me centered. It keeps me in tune with my mind
Mm-hmm.
and my heart, and
Mm.
that's a must for me. Um, I am not a quote unquote wanted to be an author. That's not something that I ever aspired to be. Was an author. That was not a dream of mine. That was not a bucket list of mine.
Mm-hmm.
I just had in mind to basically create a booklet, if you will, of my poetry to leave for my son and my grandson and the generations to follow. But
Right.
God saw differently. He had greater plans for me. And
Wow.
I have been writing poetry, as you said, for over 40 years. And a little background to how this all got started in terms of writing my book. I actually I was preparing to enter a poetry contest.
Okay.
And so I submitted a couple of pieces of my poetry
Mm-hmm.
to a greeting card company. And prior to doing that, I stepped
Mm-hmm.
out on my faith and I asked one of the authors that writes for the company if she wouldn't mind reviewing my work. And surprisingly enough, she was delighted to review my work.
Wow.
And her name is Rachel Snyder. So if you're watching, hey, Rachel, that's what I call her. She's my new sister girlfriend.
Oh, that was
She lives in
nice.
Colorado. Oh, yeah, she's a sweetheart. She's actually a brilliant writer, and
Uh-huh.
she is also a brilliant editor. And
Wow.
once I moved forward with writing my book, she
Mm-hmm.
actually assisted me with editing.
Well,
And
this
so,
is now you have been writing, you said for 40 years I heard you say.
yeah, poetry for 40 years. I didn't start writing my book until 2017.
Okay, but the port now let me ask, do you happen to have the journals from from the poetry? You have,
Absolutely. I
wow.
have everything I have ever written, everything
Wow.
I've ever written. And when I started writing my book, God blessed me to just pull from there, just pull from everything I have written. And He inspired me in terms of what I needed to put in my book. Hence the title of my book,
Mm-hmm.
Inspirations of the Heart of a Woman. Uh,
Right.
yeah, so yeah, I have everything,
That
everything.
is,
And,
you know, I wish I could say that, but I don't. And I
mhm,
think, honestly, I've only in the last few years respected my writing, if that makes sense. I just didn't really realize the creativity of it.
mhm,
And
mhm,
now I honor everything.
yeah.
Everything is precious now. Everything, whether it be a children's book, a short story, poetry, doesn't matter what it is
Mhm.
all precious now.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And that's something that Rachel shared with me. She said, Crystal, I don't care what you write. If you write a line, if you write a whole page, whatever it is, she said, never throw it away. Just put it on the side and keep it because you never know when you might want to use it. And that's so
Uh,
true.
it is, and some I think we don't realize some of our writings can be songs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so
I would
that's
like
another.
that.
I know what you mean. I wrote one. It's really I say it's short, but then when I have a son that's a songwriter, and he said, "Mom, some of the best songs are like that. It's the repetition that
Mhm,
people like. You keep
mhm,
hearing that hook going
mhm.
around and around. That kind. See, I didn't even understand that, so I'm still learning about songwriting. But now
Mhm,
on your book, I
mhm.
know I before I like I said I don't want to get into that because I mentioned about your background in corporate America, and
Oh,
you were
okay.
Yeah. and so, and then being able to retire at 54, that's
That
a
was,
big, that's a big deal.
yes, a very big deal because I think I shared with you, I prayed about it. I mean, years ago, I don't know, I maybe, probably when I first started working at 15, I said I wanted to retire at 55, since I knew that was the age to retire.
Right,
So
right.
I started praying very early about retirement. And as it turns out, the Lord retired me at 54. And I would always tell my son, you cannot get married or have any children until I retire. I'm
Huh.
planning on retiring at 55 because I want to be able to take care of my grandson. And that is exactly the way it happened.
Wow. And you know,
I,
you
yeah.
spoke it into existence.
Hmm.
That's really what happened. You and then now here, well, that's when you retired. I retired at 57, and that was
Oh,
still considered young for teachers. Um,
mhm,
teachers teachers work a lot, usually a lot longer than that in the profession. But I just
mhm.
was like, no, I want to. I didn't know I would write. Just as yourself, I there was not on a bucket list. It was not something I could check off. But you were writing as a teenager, though.
Yes, very young. I started probably around 13, 14 years old. I started writing. And, Mary, as I shared with you before, when I was, at that age, I was
Hmm.
not one that wanted to verbalize my feelings or things that I felt internally. So the
Mm.
best thing for me to do was to write it out. And that's what I did. That's how I started writing.
And this you have a Leah says, blessings to you, and it's Leah. And then and Richard did turn. See, he did say hello, Crystal. I think
Love Richard, talking Richard. He's
I
Richard. I just have to say this, Mary. Richard has been such a wonderful blessing in my life. He's a
Mhm.
special blessing in my life. Even way before my book was ever even thought of.
Right.
He's part of our church, and he takes pictures, and I tell him all the time, thank you so much, Richard, for sending me pictures from way back in the day. Way back in the day. My mom is deceased now. She's resting in heaven, and but I have lots of pictures that he has taken with
Oh.
her, with my son, with my grandma, my auntie, and I'm just so grateful to him for that. And so when I was ready to have pictures done for my book, I thought, who's going to take my pictures? Ta-da! Richard.
Has to be Richard.
Yes,
I know.
yeah,
I tell you, Richard is a godsend.
yes, he
That's who he
is.
is. He is a
Yes, he
godsend.
is. And he knows how I feel about him and Wilma.
Yeah, women too. I'm telling, they are just perfect for each other.
Yes,
They
we are.
really are. That's
Yes,
a
we
beautiful
are.
thing. So, well, I know too. As you said, you were in corporate America,
Mhm.
and and now you retired. So you had already been writing, but how is it that you go from writing poetry to writing your book? How do you make that transition?
Well, how that happened was back to this reading class committee. I submitted my poetry to them, and they put it through. Well, before my poetry, they looked at it, reviewed it, were impressed with it, but it wasn't necessarily for their audience. And so the woman that I spoke to, she said, "Well, if you're ever interested in writing a book, let me know." Well, so that kind of started some little,
Mm-hmm.
sprinkles of fun. And so I thought, oh gosh, what would I write about? If I wanted to write a book, what would I write about?
Right.
And so I was inspired. Well, Crystal, you talk to women all the time. You're sharing with women all the time. You're feeding them, they're feeding you. Why not write about women? And I shared that with my dear Rach Angel, and she said, "Oh, absolutely, I think that."
Oh.
And so that's how that got started. So I just started writing and writing and writing, and I submitted my manuscript to the greeting card company. They put it through market testing, and that took quite a while to go through market testing. And then when that finished, they said, "Well, again, we are impressed, but it's not for our audience." And so was I disappointed? Yes. Was I
Mm.
discouraged? Because what I came to realize was that God wanted my book to be a reverberating expression of His presence in my life.
Wow.
In order to do that, I
Right.
needed a greater record of me. And so that was given to me. And I thought, well, you know what, fine. I'll just keep on writing my book. I'll just keep on moving forward. And
Wow.
I kept writing and writing. And then I asked Rachel if she would like to be my editor. And she said,
Oh.
absolutely. And so
Oh.
as I kept writing, and within a year, I had written my book.
Hmm.
I self-published through through Amazon. There was something
Right.
called Space at the time. That was
Uh-huh.
2018. And I thought, well, I don't need anyone to publish my book. Lord, I said, you can help me publish my book. And he did. And that was through Create Space. And then I was blessed to create my very own website. Something I was very, very fearful about. I asked him,
Right. Right.
help me out, help me out. Unfortunately, they weren't available, and I said, you know what, God, you can bless me to write a book. You can bless me to create a website. And so I sat at my desk with my
Uh-huh.
nose burning, my nose burning, I'm ready to cry. So I sat at my desk and I said, okay, Lord, let's do this. And He blessed me to create my very own website. And so
Wow.
I realized I got to do this, you know, just between me and God. I didn't have to have anyone else's necessarily, you know, help to get it going. I'm very grateful for Rachel, but in terms of just getting it moving and going, that was all God. And I'm so,
Wow.
and so that's how it ended up being, turning into a book, the cover, and create space, and everything's there, everything, the cover,
Right.
again, the title was inspired to, given to me by God. So I went with
Wow.
it, with my poetry, thought about all the beautiful women, the wonderful women that have poured into my life. Starting
Uh-huh.
with my mom, and my grandma, and some precious aunties of mine who's watching
Oh.
it. My sisters, and just beautiful women that have been all around me, have poured into my life. So this is really a thank you to them as well. I'm really praying all the time. My book will service.
Oh, well, I can tell you, we have some comments from our audience, and they are saying we have it's now Leela May. Is it Leela May?
Leela,
Leela May says, she said she's so proud of you. Our dear God has sent you on this lovely path to share your wisdom. Thank you, Leela May. Thank you. And Richard says Crystal is one of the best Sunday. Is I think he means best Sunday school teachers at St. Stephen's. And then, she said, Mary, she needs, that's what she said. You need to go out and come back again. The sound has started vibrating again. I
Okay.
know, I know.
I'm
Oh,
sorry.
that's okay. We don't know why it does this with it. It has happened. So it's not, it's not like it's the first time it happened. It's happened before.
Okay.
So if you
I'll
go
go
out
out.
and yeah, and come right back, I'll be right here.
Okay,
Okay. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, as she's gone out, I want to share with you again if you are an author and where there's going to be an anthology, there'll be a meeting on, let me put a phone number here for you. The meeting is going to be held on August the 14th, that's Sunday evening at 6 o'clock. You can call this number and get on the list if you like to be interested to be in the anthology, 619-669-8603. You have up to, and you can call and ask for. I'll have you, Jocelyn. No, I'm sorry. I'll do Vanessa. She'll be. This is my assistant, so you can. Whoops. You can call and ask for Vanessa. Here you go, and she would be able. If you are interested in contributing to the anthology, which is next August the 14th, call this number and get on the list, and Vanessa will be contacting you. She is my assistant, and that will be so. This is for the anthology on transformation, and you write 1,500 words. All righty. See, we had a commercial. I tell you. Okay, so oops, I put it up again. This is what Ruth said. Oh, here we go. Ruth says, to God be the glory. Through his blessings and guidance, you and your book continue to bless many of us. It inspired me to share with my daughters in love. Thank
Oh,
you.
thank you, Ruth.
Thank you, Ruth. That's beautiful.
She's a burst of sunshine. She
Is
really
she?
is. Yes,
Oh,
she is. She's in,
well,
in our Sunday school class, and I simply adore her.
oh. And then, and thank you too, Richard, for saying that. Because then now, and Ruth, this is another comment from Ruth, and she said, yes, she is the
Oh, gosh.
best Sunday school teacher. We are grateful for her insight, inspiration, and in faith, obedience to God.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
Oh, whew, you're just blessing my soul. Blessing my
They are,
soul.
well, I think you blessing their souls is what they're saying.
Oh, I
Your
wish.
messages. Wow.
Thank you, Ruth.
Oh,
Thank
that's
you. God
beautiful,
bless
Ruth.
you.
That's
Mhm.
beautiful. So we are, and as we go on, let me just say this. Why don't you share with us um, in your book? Well, first of all, let's hold your book up so we can
Okay.
share with our audience what the.
I got it right
I only
here.
have to say that one time.
Yep. Whoa, there we go.
I love it. I love it. So now, ladies and gentlemen, you see the book and the title again.
Inspiration for the Heart of a Woman, a refreshing approach to embracing your greatness.
Okay, here we go. It's Crystal Lauren. She's the author. And can we find that on Amazon too?
Amazon and Barnes and Noble.
Okay. So I put Crystal's name in. You can find it on Amazon or Barnes and Noble. You can find her book, ladies and gentlemen. Is there a excerpt you like to read from the book for us?
Yes, I'm so glad.
I have yet to ask an author that, and they say, "Oh no, I don't want to read my work." They
Absolutely. I
always
love.
say yes. So
Yes, thank
whatever you like
you.
to share with us is fine.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Okay.
Okay.
Well, I have a couple of selections that I like to share with you.
Okay.
And each one of my selections is nestled between my personal quote and my poem.
Okay.
So the title of this one is Your Greatness Precedes You. You are God's perfect and most loved masterpiece, the very apple of his eye. That alone affirms your greatness. Make no mistake about it. Your greatness truly does precede you. By divine design, you were created to grace this world with every wondrous fiber of your being. There remains no question of your inherent greatness. You are a heavenly fusion of heart, mind, body, and soul. And the title of my poem is Quintessential Woman. Quintessential Woman, you inspire the world many times over. Your presence impressive, your smile captivating, your passion for life infectious, your intelligence superlative, your character admirable, the essence of all that is amazing. No one, absolutely no one, compares to you.
Wow, that is beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I tell
Oh,
you.
is
Now,
there one
what?
more?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You can. I was before you even say that. The what? How do you? What's your inspiration? How are you
Everything.
inspired?
Everything is my inspiration. I draw inspiration from the beach. I can draw inspiration from watching a little old couple walking down the street holding
Mm-hmm.
hands. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
I can draw inspiration. I always draw inspiration in silence, just silence, and respecting my thoughts, respecting my past, and respecting my presence. And so it all comes from there, and just love, love. I'm all about the love, and that's my number one inspiration is love.
I love it. I love it. I'm listening to you and that poem just like I'm sitting here just it felt like warmness, like
Oh,
engulfing you. That's what I felt. And I've
good.
never heard it before. Think about it. I've never heard it before. It's the first time. And I was just like, wow.
I'm
Blown
glad.
away. Blown.
That's
So I'm
good.
definitely going to get a copy of the book, just so you know
Thank
that.
you.
You're
All right.
welcome. You're welcome.
All
So
right.
please read another one for us.
Okay. All right. This one is entitled Just Be You. Just Be You. The magnifying glass is a very useful device, but it was not created for you to be placed up under. Who, pray tell, ever said you had to be perfect? In fact, what does it mean to be perfect? Who has the monopoly on defining perfection? Many have come under scrutiny for not fitting the mold, not measuring up, or not satisfying someone else's lofty expectation. Just be you. That's all. And should someone happen to try and revamp your uniqueness, feel free to disregard their audacity in your own gracious way. What's more, just in case you need a refresher as to everything there is to love about you, I believe you'll find the following poem a luscious rendering. And this poem is entitled You Are. You are the creme de la creme, best of the best, second to none, incapable of being duplicated. You are in tune with your life, voice, and measure of greatness, a woman of intelligence and splendor, an ever evolving inspiration of your choosing. You are absolutely more estimable than others or society guesstimate you to be. You are all that and then some.
Wow. I'm- Beautiful.
Thank you.
Wow, that
Thank you,
is
thank
beautiful.
you.
I'm just sitting here going, wow. Remember, I hadn't heard your poetry. I just from Richard knew I knew about it, but it is breathtaking. It
Oh,
is
thank you.
breathtaking. You are creative. You are creative.
Yeah, thank
Yeah,
you.
no,
I
you're
appreciate it.
you're you're gifted, and we're honored to have you.
Oh,
We're
I'm
honored
honored
to
to be here.
just know. I love poetry.
Oh,
I do. I love poetry. I've always. That's why I was saying about I wish I had. I'd written some in high school,
mm-hmm.
but I have no idea where they are now. I have no. So that's the truth. I really don't. I didn't. I like I said at the very beginning. I didn't value it. I did
Oh,
not value it, and I regret that now. I should
well,
have.
you're doing great things now, though.
I'm trying.
Wonderful things. Look at
I'm
you.
hanging in here. I'm
Oh, well,
hanging.
please, you're doing more than hanging, sweetheart.
You know what it is? People don't know this side of me, but it is the truth. I take one day at a time.
Yeah.
That is definitely the truth. I've learned that's really, and it says that in the Bible. It
Mm-hmm.
says to not be so caught up in the future, to
Mm-hmm.
focus on the day. I
Yes.
have tried to live that truthfully, and that for me that works, and not
Yeah.
get so caught up in what's going on next. But I'm just sitting here in awe of you, in awe of it.
Oh.
Just please keep writing, please. And I know this is your first book. Are you do
Mm-hmm.
you have a plan for any others?
No,
Ah, no.
not at the moment. I don't.
Oh,
I don't. I've had people say, you need to write another book, or
yeah.
are you planning on writing another book? I mean, hey, I wasn't like I said, I wasn't planning on writing this book.
Uh-huh.
That was all God's doing. But all I can say is, if I am inspired to write another one, I sure will.
Okay.
I'd
Okay.
love to, and I just have to receive that inspiration. And
Right.
once I do, if I do, and God says the same, I will know.
Okay. Now I'm gonna be honest. I hear the graininess again, so I'm gonna ask you to go out one more time.
Oh goodness.
I
Okay.
don't know what I've never experienced this, but
Yeah, I
that's
don't hear
okay.
anything.
But if you go out and come back, I'll do a quick
Okay.
commercial.
All right. I will do that, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, wasn't that poetry fabulous? I mean, I'm sitting here absorbing the words, and I call it a vibration. I'm going to tell you the truth, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I call when things resonate with me. I call them vibrations. And her poetry definitely resonated, and it was definitely a vibration of goodness and love and light and just feelings of positivity. Positivity. So I'm going to give you the quick commercial again, as we know. Let me bring Crystal back in, but I'm going to bring the commercial too. The commercial is if you like to be part of the anthology, you can call. Hold on. Those of you that are interested, I see everything but what I'm looking for, of course. The anthology is for, oh, here we go. I'll just say call the office. and ask for Vanessa or leave a message for Vanessa. She's my assistant. She'll take down your information or leave your information. Speak slowly and clearly. The anthology meeting is August the 14th. It's at 6 o'clock. And you're welcome to come and listen in on that. And then the authors are going to be put together a volume, and you'll be considered a published author. Man, look at that.
Mm.
I know. Think about this together. I know. I'm excited about that. For someone who is not published,
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited. I really am.
Mm-hmm.
This is the first one that Front Page Publishing is putting together. So this is the very first one.
Mm-hmm.
So we're glad to have you there. So now I'm gonna be honest. If I ask for one more, is that too much?
Oh no.
Oh, I didn't know if you'd be like, oh, I don't know, or something
You
like
need,
that. But
see,
before
don't
we
say
go
that.
on, let's say hi to our comments here. We have, let's see, Fayette. Hi, Fayette. She said she loves it. And
I
congratulations.
said, thank
And then
you.
Elaine says, I'm just meeting Crystal today. Already, God is blessing me to hear her words of wisdom. My sister in the Lord, please keep being obedient to his using you to inspire and instruct. Thank you, Elaine.
Thank
Wasn't
you.
that beautiful? Wasn't that beautiful?
Beautiful.
And then Gwen said, the poetry is beautiful, affirmations and blessings.
Oh,
I tell you. And then Faya said, hello,
no.
hello, Faya. Now I'm gonna give a real quick commercial for everybody. Fayette's book published Saturday. Her book is, I know we got to give her a hand. Her book is on
Yeah.
Amazon right now, and the title of it is Why is Little Faye So Happy? That
Oh,
is her book. Ladies and gentlemen, Fayette Foster. She's on Amazon. Let's support our authors. And I am just so proud of her. It did so well. It launched, and I'm honored to have been her publisher from Front Page Publishing.
oh,
So you want to take a look at Fayette's book. This month, 4 authors are launching under Front Page Publishing.
oh my
That's
goodness.
nothing but God. That's nothing
Nothing
but
but,
God. So
yeah.
I tell anybody, if you, like I said before, go to Front Page Publishing, like as I said before. But I please, 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 I would love to hear another one. I don't want to overdo it if that's
Oh,
okay. Oh, okay.
amen.
Please,
No.
if you don't mind, please read it. You see, we're seeing how the comments are coming too, saying
Oh.
yes, we love it. So
Well, what I'll share with you now um, um, is what I call a few garnishes of inspiration.
okay.
There are a few little kind of one-liner things. All right.
Oh, I love that. I love
Okay.
that. Okay.
All right. So the first one is learn to be content in the company of one. Learn to be content
Wow.
in the company of one. The second one is, and I have 7 of them. The second one is silence is golden and necessary.
Wow.
The third one is now and then you just have to let it go, whatever it happens to be.
Oh.
The fourth one is kindness is one of life's most enjoyable and rewarding pleasures. So be
Wow.
kind.
Yeah.
The fifth one is precious moments can last for seconds or for a lifetime. How well you appreciate them will determine which.
Mm.
And the fourth one is be loving, even when it's not reciprocated. Appreciate the ability to be your greater self and stand radiantly in your dwelling place of unconditional love. And the last one is remember the 3 R's. Relax your mind, release your fears, and relate to whatever inspires your soul.
Woo! I wish I had been typing them in when you were talking, but I'm gonna have to go back.
I'll get them to you, Mary. I'll get them to you.
They are that's beautiful. But you know what I noticed about all of them? Believe it or not, they're all free.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
don't cost 1 cent. Everything you said doesn't. There's no cost to it.
Mm.
It's our attitude. It's our how we treat other people.
Mhm.
It's all of those things that there's no. The value is it's so valuable. There's no amount of money,
Mm-hmm.
but it's total kindness.
Mm-hmm.
That's free.
Mm-hmm. It is. It
Kindness.
is.
It doesn't cost anything, but we have to practice it.
Mm.
You can't just, people say they're being kind, not really realizing they're probably not.
Mm. Yeah. So some have to practice it more than others,
They do.
And for
And they,
some, it just comes natural just to be
that's
kind.
true.
It doesn't take an extra amount of energy to be kind, but it takes a lot of energy to not be kind.
Isn't that something?
Mm-hmm.
It really is. We
Mm-hmm.
have, oh, Elaine is saying congratulations to Fayette.
Oh,
I know, I'm so proud of her. I am. This, and I will say, I don't say these kind of things out, but I'm going to say it on this show. When Fayette's book launched, she called me, I think it was like 6 o'clock that morning. I was already up. I had been up working.
mhm.
I cried. I
Oh,
cried for her book being launched because I understand what that means. I knew we had worked on it for a while, and to actually see your book in print, it is
mhm.
something that I cannot even, as you
Yeah.
can't even describe what that looks like, what
No.
feels like to you, to
Mhm.
see your words, and people can purchase the words you've created. It's just, I don't even know how to explain it. So
Yeah.
I would highly, I mean, it's for small children, but you can still support the author. It's under $10, so it's not.
Yeah.
I
Oh.
always tell people it's and it really isn't even about the money as it is the support. If
Mhm.
you, let's say you
Mhm.
know someone that has children and you would like to give it to their child or grandchild,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
so that makes a difference. So it
Yeah.
really does. But I want to tell you, your words today, when I tell you, Crystal, they vibrate with me. Let me
Oh.
tell you now, there's a vibration of encouragement, of
Mhm.
positivity, of keep going,
Mhm.
don't stop now, don't get right here and quit, just keep going,
Yeah.
and don't look to the left, don't look to the right,
Mhm.
keep going.
Absolutely, absolutely. We all bring something to the table, Mary. All of us. Not everyone is a writer,
Right.
but it doesn't matter. There's something innate within each individual. There
That's
is a
right.
gift within each individual that they can bless the world with, bless others with,
Hmm.
bless themselves with. We need
Right.
to bless ourselves sometimes. We
Right.
got to water ourselves. How can we water anybody else if we're not watered?
That's
Right.
right. That's right. Oh, but it makes a difference.
Yeah.
It makes a difference. The word, because our words, I feel like they literally go out in the universe.
Hmm. Hmm.
Those words, um, those that are believers that believe that God spoke this world into existence. Those
Hmm.
were words. Think
Yeah.
about that. So
Hmm.
that we are still using words
Hmm.
to to let people know how special they are,
Yeah.
how that you are, that you're created in God's own image, and that you
Hmm.
are blessed, and don't think anything less of yourself.
Hmm.
And I agree with you too, that we all have different gifts. It took me a while to find mine. I'll be honest. I didn't know for years, years. But I took the time. I wanted to make, before I leave, I said, before I leave the planet, I wanted to know if there was something I was supposed to do. Lord, please show me what it is.
Hmm.
Because I didn't know what it was for years.
You know now. You know now.
The writing, I would think, but then
Hmm.
I'm hesitant because now I'm writing movies. I never thought I'd be writing movies.
Wow.
So yeah, that's it's taken on a whole nother dimension. What I've
Hmm.
learned from that is that I'm growing is what it
Hmm.
is. That's
Hmm.
that stretching,
Yeah.
and not being afraid to stretch.
Hmm. That's the
That's why
key.
when I said to you about writing your next book, you're like, no, not right now. I was ready for volume 2. See?
Goodness gracious. Well, I tell you what, when the Lord does give me that, guess who I'm coming to get it published?
All right.
You.
I love it. I love it.
You.
I tell you, I get so excited. Like I said, and I really didn't even know I was going to share that with you, but I did tell Fayette though. We spoke that morning, and I
Hmm.
said I didn't know I could be so happy for someone else I'm crying for them. I'm so it was
Mm.
happy tears though. They weren't sad tears, but it was happy tears for someone else's adventure, for
Mhm.
them to feel fulfilled.
Yeah.
And she had been writing the book, and she has other books coming. This is her first publication. It is not her last publication.
Okay.
So Fayette, and I'm just as Crystal. That's why I suggested to you, this is your first book. This is not your last book.
Well, thank you, Mary. I'm glad you have so much faith in me and so much confidence in
I
me.
do.
Well,
I'm
thank you.
after hearing today. Are you kidding? Yes, it's in you. It is definitely. Volume 2 is to come.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you very much. And for everyone else or anyone else that's praying in that direction, I receive your prayers.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
And
it's coming.
for those that have already been praying for me, thank you.
Oh, well, I can tell you, it is a blessing. It is a blessing, and I'm just listening, going, I'm in awe. I'm in awe. Oh, Thea said yes.
I'll be looking for your book, Fayette.
See, see, I tell you, Fayette, but we have, as you said, we have different gifts.
Mhm.
Elaine, I can tell you this. I'm gonna put Elaine up because, and she didn't know I was gonna do this. Elaine helps young people get scholarships.
Oh,
And when I tell you she works tirelessly to help young people go to college, find the money to go to college, and help them pay for it, increase their grade point average, anything student centered. She's a retired educator also. And we both were in the same school district. So I said, I don't know if Elaine wanted to put any contact information in there. Elaine, I tell you, this is what you can do. Use my information, contact me, and I'll refer you to Elaine. And so she doesn't have to put her personal information in the chat. But Elaine is a godsend to so many people that people don't realize you need people to do this. And this is her specialty. She has dedicated her life. She will help you find money where nobody else can find it. Elaine can find it. So I would tell you, ladies and gentlemen, if you have a student in high school or student in college and you're looking for funds, let me put my number back up again, which is I'll give it to you as I'm putting it up. Area code 619-669-8603. And just say that you're calling about scholarships for Elaine, and we'll refer your information to her. And speak slowly and clearly, and we will make sure Elaine gets your information. So they don't have to be seniors. I think she's even gets students ready for college. So in college, as everybody, it's expensive. That's the best way I can say it. College is expensive. Education is expensive. So you want to get as much scholarships as possible to help your child with the college education. So call that number 619-669-8603 and ask for Elaine, and leave your name and your number, and you will be referred to Elaine. We'll make sure she gets it for sure. Well, let me ask you this, Crystal. Do you have any final words for our audience?
Basically, just always be encouraged. There's always something to be grateful for. You can just waking up in the morning. Lord wakes you up in the morning, whether you believe or not. That's a blessing. Whether you want to accept it or not, that's a blessing.
Yeah.
And whatever God has placed within you, share it. Share it. Because you never know how you are blessing someone else. You just never
Wow.
know. And I've had so many people say, what you give out comes back to you.
Right.
So I want good things coming back to me. I want blessings coming back to me. I want love coming back to me. So if I want all those things coming back to me, then I have to give that out.
Oh, you're right. You're right. This is what I've heard. You get more of whatever you're talking about.
Mm.
So think about it. If you're talking negatively, you're gonna get more of that. Talking positively, you're gonna get more of that. You're talking about love, you're gonna get more of that. So whatever it is you want,
Bring it on.
we want the good stuff.
I want it.
We don't want anything negative. So what it really tells you too, ladies and gentlemen, is always be positive. Always be positive. Always be encouraging. Always, because who wants negativity? And it brings you down. It's just it's demoralizing. It's all, and not that I'm not going to lie. Sometimes you do get down, but you don't have to stay down.
That's the key. That's the key, man.
You don't have to stay down.
Yeah.
It becomes a choice. It becomes a choice. Well, I would definitely. I'm going to, and this before we go, please hold your book up again so our audience can see the cover.
Yes,
Ladies and
ma'am.
gentlemen, you can take a screenshot and see the book. Because you want to make sure that those of you that are looking to purchase it, it is on Amazon. Inspiration for the Heart of a Woman. And this is by author Crystal Lawrence. Yay!
That's what we do at church.
Yay! Well, then, see, who was that said, I think, is this I love you, or you're clapping your hands?
My pastor's on the line. He's going to get me if I don't know what this means. But
I think you're clapping hands for the death.
Hallelujah.
Yeah.
Praise the Lord. Thank you, Jesus.
Well, we want to thank you for coming, and definitely we're going to have you back again when your next book comes out.
Oh,
Okay.
oh my dear. It's been such a joy being here with you today.
Oh, thank you.
Bless my life.
Oh,
Bless my life. And I was so excited just about being here with you.
oh,
We had a conversation. You were there, and you just made me feel so comfortable. And
oh,
and I felt very embraced. So I appreciate you. You are dear to me now.
oh,
I look forward to the relationship blossoming even more.
oh, thank you. And I agree. Oh, well, yeah, don't worry. You will be coming back. Like as I said, when that second book comes out, you'll be here. And you can say, audience, you heard it here.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, my dear.
You're welcome.
God
All
bless
right.
you.
God bless you too. Ladies, gentlemen, I'm sorry. Before I see a couple more comments before we go. Oh, it says, Elaine says, Mary, God purposed me to do exactly this for students and parents. Yes, you can reach out to me through you. No problem. Thank you. That's why I didn't want you to put your information up there, but that's the office line. So that's fine. And then Wilma says, awesome interview. Thank you, Wilma. I've never seen you on the show. Hi, Wilma. This is the first time I see Wilma on the show. And then we have Gwen that says, great show. Oh, thank you, Gwen. And Gwen, thank you for always being here. You have no idea what it means to see you here every single week. Thank you. And here is the executive producer of the show, Oliver. Welcome to the show, Crystal. I will make sure, and you guys can't see her, but she's waving. But I want to make sure I say to all of you, thank you for always being here. It really, really matters more than you know. The reason the show exists is because of you. Just know that, ladies and gentlemen. Um, your coming, us sharing, that's what the show is all about. Learning. As I was sitting there and listening to Crystal, I said, wow, this is the creativity that's right here in our own communities. We don't have to even go anywhere. Think about that. And you're listening to these positive words, this positive energy from a lady that's right here in Riverside County. And the show is international, meaning that we cross all. I mean, this is the internet, this YouTube, Facebook. Anybody can watch the show and learn and listen, and that's what matters. So I want to let you know that you really mean a lot. Don't ever think that your presence is taken for granted, because it isn't. Don't ever think that I don't see you. Many times I may not, if you don't make a comment, I don't know you're there. But at the end of the show, I'll look and I'll see 65, 75. I have no idea how many people are really watching, but I do know this. I love you all. I love you all for being here, for supporting, for saying, you know what, we need this in our community. It matters. So just know you matter. For those of you that I'm trying to bring more celebrities to you, if you know a celebrity and they like to be interviewed on the show, I'll put the office number up again. We'd love to have them. Let me go back and pick up the number for you, which is area code 619 669-8603, but I'll put it up for you. The office number, area code 619-669-8603. Have them call the office. They can ask for myself or Vanessa, but my assistant, and we'd like to interview them. We're a celebrity driven society. That's the truth of the matter. Let's just be honest. We love our celebrities and our professional athletes. So have them call. God bless each and every one of you, ladies and gentlemen. I will see you on Monday, 1 o'clock. Bye, everybody.